Hello, Jamie from Inky&Scrappy, sharing with you today my stamp set series featuring ink road stamps Wackadoo stamp set code 3. Nice parking spot. Rita. So I'm bringing in the little car from Lawn Fawn's Car Critters stamp set, and then of course bringing in that Wackadoo stamp set, which is Bluey from the Australian cartoon. So I'm also bringing in some pattern papers from Close to My Heart. These are super old pattern papers. I don't even remember what set they were from. I want to say it was probably a spring set because they look springy to me. But the colors matched as close as I could get to my ink colors on my already colored images. So if you are looking for the colors that I use to color with, those will be on my blog. On the right hand side, there is that little Ohuhu marker blends tab, and that sheet. All of my marker blends are on there, so just scroll down until you find the one that is the one that says Bluey's color scheme on it. So I did bring in some blue, just some blue dye ink. I want to say this one was probably Sapphire from Close to My Heart, just to blend in some clouds. It went well with the blue in my background, or in my pattern paper there, sorry. I did use a cloud stencil. It is either MFT's cloud stencil or Lawn Fawn's cloud stencil, but I'm pretty sure it's MFT's cloud stencil. Don't quote me on that one, but that's where I think that's the one I think it is. I am also going to bring in a stamp set from that Wackadoo, or a sentiment set from that Wackadoo stamp set, and it's like sized perfectly for the license plate in that little critter car, and so yes, we are doing beans on the license plate. I think it's hilarious. Yeah, I know. I'm a 5-year-old. Leave me alone. So I'm also bringing in Bluey, aka Janet, and Bingo, aka Rita, to add on in front of the car there. So I'm going to pop them up on some foam squares here, just to give a little bit of dimension. This card is fairly, for me, clean and simple, we will say, and so adding a very little bit of dimension kind of helped. Now, when I actually placed my circle, I decided Rita needed to drink a little bit more V8 and straighten her act up. Her car might be parked a little crooked, but she should probably be parked a little bit straighter up and down. So I did pull her off and then reposition her. So I needed to add a sentiment, and I struggle with clean and simple cards. Now this is still a scene card, it's just a smaller scene and simpler scene, and that pattern paper in the background just kind of adds, you know, it's not white space, but it kind of is white space. It's not, I don't know, it's not a continuation of the scene, I guess. So I brought in a scrap of white paper, and then I'm going to bring in an Avery L simple sentiment strip there, and then I'll just glue my sentiment onto the front. I could have popped it up with some foam squares, but I ended up going with flat. It just, you know, I was trying for a simpler card. I know, I don't do a lot of them. You know, it is what it is. I decided that I liked a little bit of a border around this one, and so I did end up cutting off a 1/4 inch all the way, well, not all the way around, so it was like 1/8 of an inch, I think, on both of the sides to keep that circle in the center, and then a 1/4 inch off of the bottom. And then I'm going to pop that onto a card base here. The card base is from Hobby Lobby, I think. It's just one of their colored card, you know, plain card bases. They work well for adding a pop of color to the background without having to cut down paper all the time. Now I'm bringing in some glossy accents. These are super old. Like, I'm pretty sure I got them at a Archivers event, and I think they're a little too thick and they might end up in the garbage can. I did end up squeezing it out after I, you know, deleted the first little bit. They dried fine. It just is thicker consistency than I'm used to working with in the glossy accents. So yeah, use it or lose it, my dear. Use it or lose it. I'm also going to bring in some distress sickles here, or sickles. I don't know if they're distress. Some sickles in a goldish tone. I want to say this one is, it's not diamond. It must be a unicorn, maybe. Whichever one is, it's a white glitter, but it has a yellow, more of a yellow fleck to it for my headlights there. So there is my completed card for the day. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye!